We're here with the Final Four bound NYU men's basketball team following their 75-65 win over Redlands in the Elite Eight of the 2025 D3 men's basketball tournament. We're here with head coach Dave Klotsky alongside Zay Freeney, Emmanuel Onumama, and Brock Susko. Coach, what a game. Can you give us some thoughts?
Sure. What a game. I mean, you just nailed it. That was a fun college basketball game between two good teams. I'm just so excited and happy and proud of this group to perform at this stage on this level. I love our team. I love these guys. So you want it so bad for them, and you try and help them as much as you can, but it's on them. These guys came to play. We talked about taking advantage of the moment. We put ourselves in position to host, which helped because Violet Nation got us through. When they made their run, if we were on the road or even neutral, it might have been a different story. But you work all year to get this chance, and these guys came through. They played great, smart, and made the plays when they had to.
Coach, you got off to a great start. You never trailed at all at any point in the game. You had Redlands at 7 points through the first 15 minutes, 3 of 26 shooting from the field. What was working for you guys defensively?
Everything. You don't hold them to 7 points. And we knew that wasn't going to last. They're too good of players. They're too good a team. I thought our help was incredible. Again, we were in gaps. We stuck to the game plan and made them have to really earn points, which they ended up getting a lot in the second half. But these guys were locked in. We do a drill pretty much every other day where we're in gaps, talking through whether it's a shooter or not non-shooter and whether you stay or leave. And they nailed it. These guys, they came to play, and they nailed the defensive assignment, and it was really fun to watch. It was really enjoyable to watch.
So it felt like you were going to go for 100 there after the first couple of minutes. First 13 points of the night, you end with over 20 points. What did you see out there?
First and foremost, I want to send my condolences out to our teammate, our brother, Brian Musako, Moose, the energy guy of this team. He had a passing in his family today, and he wasn't able to be here with us. So this game was for him, first and foremost, and just wanted to say that. But yeah, early on, I don't know. In the past, I've had a lot of success against teams that press and they want to play fast. So I knew coming into today that I was gonna have to be the leader early, out the gates, and I didn't think it was gonna be first 13 points, but it was just going for me and just being poised and under control. That's what really helped me.
You had a 20-point game yourself. What was working out there for you, and how did you work in tandem with all your guys?
Redlands is a tough team to play against. We were rivals at my old school, so I've had a lot of games against them, a lot of experience against them, and it's a tough game every time. This might have been the best Redlands team I've played in my career. I had a tough first half as an individual. It was tough for me to get going, but teammates got downhill, were sharing the rock to me. I was getting in the paint, kicking out to them, and when everything starts flowing and clicking as a team, we're damn near impossible to beat. So that's what happened in the second half.
Yeah, a really physical game tonight, but 8 rebounds for yourself. What was that battle like in the paint and on the boards?
We knew it was going to come down to the boards. They're a scrappy team. They send off for the class every time and just press every time. So coming in, my mindset was just to dominate the boards and be there for extra body for help defense. So foul trouble was not good, but I'm glad we pulled up the win.
Coach, they were pressing you all game for all 40 minutes. What was the key to sort of breaking that full court press?
Just having composure, just having some poise. Again, this is the type of game where you're just out there playing. Coaching kind of goes out the window. We tried to put them in the best position possible in preparation, but we also told them, you're on your own a little bit. So these guys, we have an old team. While some of these guys have played Redlands, they've all seen something like this in their careers, being old and experienced. So it came down to decision making. I mean, we still had 18 turnovers. We weren't perfect, but we were good going to punish the press when it worked out for us. And I think that's the thing with Redlands is if you beat the press and then you're just satisfied you beat the press, they're going to win. So we really wanted to try and take advantage of their aggressiveness or their aggression to get some points out of it. And then, we knew we weren't going to be perfect. We knew we were going to have some turnovers. But I don't think there were many turnovers. Like when I watch them on film, it's like turnover, score. And I don't know if we had any like auto buckets off our turnovers, which matters a lot when you're playing them because every bucket is just so hard on both sides.
got foul trouble for two of your big guys, including your player, the conference player of the year. How did that change the way that you approached the, I guess part of the first half, but mostly the second half as well?
It's a next man up mentality. These guys that haven't played a whole lot, they know the time might come. And E getting in foul trouble and then T getting in foul trouble. We had to go to John Sigurdsson a little bit and then lay out of bio a little bit too. And they gave us some valuable minutes just to squeak by. And as a coach, you're always looking at that clock like, can I put these guys back in yet? Or is that too risky? I'm not you have fouls, you're going to sit for 10 minutes. So I like to throw them back in there a little earlier than most coaches and was just trying to bide time. But for us, whether it's a big, whether it's a guard, there's guys ready. There's really good players ready that are ready for that opportunity.
What would you say was the key to that swing? You guys go from, you were up 4, that was the closest they got, and then you got that 5-point swing there right at the end. What would you say was the key there to kind of pushing out of that?
Zay's dunk. I mean, I don't know when the exact timing of it, but I know it was getting close, and then Zay's monster dunk really propelled us to win because they were kind of creeping back, and I feel like that solidified the lead, and then I don't know if they got closer than 5 after that. So it's just possession by possession. Sometimes those type of plays can re-energize the group, and I thought it did. I really did think it helped a lot.
Zay, you've been here 4 years. When you were brought in, we were coming off a couple of losing seasons at NYU. So what does it mean to you, the historical perspective, being at NYU for 4 years, going back to the Final Four for the first time in over 30 years for the school?
Yeah, it's hard when you're in it to take a step back and reflect on, how far, not individually, but as a team, NYU has come, over the years, ever since Coach Classy took over. And to be here today saying we're going to the Final Four it's amazing. I feel like I have a lot of alumni reaching out to me and telling me congrats on a great season, just keep going. And that really means a lot to me, and it puts me in perspective how just crazy this year has been for us. And it's truly a blessing for us to be here and still playing. 3 other teams are playing besides us, so it's truly amazing to see how far this program has come over the past couple of years and just the history we're making. So definitely massive.
Just on that note of reflection, Coach, you took this job 3 years ago and kind of had to start from scratch. You had Zay, you had Kawika, but really you brought in your own class, and then you added those transfers. And then last year you lost Michael, Sinke, Spencer, you brought in Brock, and a slew of other guys. Despite all those changes, what would you say kept this team together to go above and beyond to uncharted territory?
Yeah, coming into this year, it was a lot of new faces, and guys like Zay and Emmanuel who had been here. Zay for a year more than Emmanuel. We had to lean on them and establish that culture, and these guys have done a great job. In addition to a guy like Quinn Clark who injured himself, but he's still part of what we just accomplished. He was there in the preseason. Like you mentioned, Kavika, a couple other guys that have returned, have instilled what this culture is. So when the new guys come in, it was easier for them to realize what was going on here. But this is a special group. And bringing guys in like Brock and T. Howe and the other grad transfers, they fit right in. And they've provided leadership as well. Yep. So it kind of all meshed. But I'll be honest, like the beginning of the year, watching pickup, I was worried about that. Could we come together? And I think I even said it to these guys. I said, if we can come together and be unselfish, the sky's the limit. And that's now proven itself correct, and it's just so rewarding to watch it over the course of the year.
All right, well, look ahead, headed to Fort Wayne, and I think you guys have a familiar opponent on deck, WashU. What can you tell us about them and your first 2 matchups?
I mean, I don't know. I got to refresh my memory. Obviously, we have so much respect for WashU. It's good to see another UAA team in the Final Four. They're such a good program, so well coached. The players are terrific, so we'll have to get back out there and watch those 2 films and prepare again for what's going to be a battle, because they know us, we know them, and one of us is going to win, one of us is going to lose. So we'll see how it all shakes out.
All right, well, the journey's not over yet, but congratulations on an incredible season, and we'll see you next week in Fort Wayne.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.